University of Pittsburgh Scientific Calculus, Math 0220, College and High School at Biglerville High School. Calculus at Biglerville High School is being offered through the College and High School program at the University of Pittsburgh. Students must pass a placement exam to schedule the course at BHS. Once a student passes the placement exam, he or she may also choose to register as a University of Pittsburgh student and can earn college credit for the calculus class learned in Mrs. Teresa Fritz's calculus class at Biglerville High School. If a student does not pass a placement exam on the first try, he or she may work in the learning modules and try again 4 more times. Mrs. Teresa Fritz will be treating the class as a college class, will be expecting the students to work as college students, and will be teaching as a college professor. Students who schedule the calculus class at Biglerville High School and do not register as University of Pittsburgh students will be expected to complete all assignments and exams, including those from the University of Pittsburgh. A special curriculum and/or test exams will not be created. Requests to retake tests or to extend deadlines will not occur. Students with special requests must be evaluated by the Disabilities Office of the University of Pittsburgh. Please plan accordingly and contact the Disabilities Office early. Students with disabilities may contact the CHS office at 412-624-5003. The course doesn't require the ownership of a graphing calculator in that the University of Pittsburgh does not allow the use of a graphing calculator on any of its tests or exams or on the final exam, but Mrs. Fritz does teach with a graphing calculator so that students can see the concrete learning behind the calculus, and then they have that visual in their head when they're taking the tests and the exams without the calculator. The University of Pittsburgh syllabus is here. And you see it's geometry, math 0220 for 4 credits. The prerequisite is that they have to score a 76 or greater on the ALEX placement exam. The student's final grade will not exceed the final exam grade by more than 1 letter grade. So that's a real important thing for us to understand, that if a student even has an A in the class but fails the exam, the highest grade they can receive is a D. If the student has an A in the class but gets a C on the exam, the highest grade they can get is a B. So please understand the student's final grade will not exceed the final exam grade by more than 1 letter grade. The following topics are covered in the University of Pittsburgh Math 0220 course. Functions, limits, continuity, and derivatives. Derivatives are covered, and they are covered with the library of functions, polynomials, rational, trigonometric, logarithmic, exponential, and hyperbolic functions. And then we see the squeeze theorem. In addition to the algebraic limits, we have the chain rule and trig functions, in addition to derivative formulas for polynomials, the product rule and the quotient rule. We've got logarithmic differentiation, motion along a line, position, velocity, and acceleration, parametric equations. We will have first and second derivatives of curves defined parametrically and implicitly. We already mentioned motion. Applications of derivatives are mentioned here, and then we move into integration. It says page 1 of 2, so let's go back and let's look at the second page. Okay, University of Pittsburgh syllabus, page 2. There's the integration continued. These are advanced integration techniques that are continued. There's a strict code of academic integrity. All college and high school teachers, students, and their parents are required to review and be familiar with that policy, and it's listed here. The students will be able to view that. We have high school course grades that differ slightly from the University of Pittsburgh grades. For the University of Pittsburgh, 25% of the BHS grade is used, and then the other 75% is made up of the University of Pittsburgh tests and their exam. 45% of the tests for the University of Pittsburgh account toward their grade, and their final exam counts for 30% of their grade. So it's 25% of their high school course, 45% of their Pittsburgh tests, and 30% of their Pittsburgh final exam. Transfer credit, there's CHS courses appear on an official University of Pittsburgh transcript, and you should contact your potential colleges and universities, because CHS credits are accepted in a wide variety of places, but it depends upon your specific institution. Drops and withdrawals, you need to contact me, the teacher, and I will contact the University of Pittsburgh to get the form and all that kind of stuff, but we don't anticipate those kinds of things happening. Other information here, the first exam that the student takes, the first placement exam, is always due by June 15th at 2:36 in my mailbox. The final placement exam is always due by August 15th, placed in my mailbox by 2:36. And if they don't pass by August 15th, then they don't take the University of Pittsburgh Scientific Calculus class, but may want to take the other calculus class. Tuition is always due by September 15th. I make these 15, 15, 15 easy for everybody to remember. And the other information that you have on here is the aspire.pitt.edu. That's where you go for your registration information. And other information, you can see these hyperlinks over here. The syllabus is here. That's my syllabus as opposed to the University of Pittsburgh syllabus. That syllabus is for the students to refer to. All their homework assignments are listed on that syllabus right there. So all this information is on my teacher page, Terry Fritz, on teacher pages at www.upperadams.org. And then you go to Big River High School and search the teacher pages.